Moti, excellent comeback. He looks like he's bowling Chinaman now rather than the orthodox. Is that a deliberate plan going into India? And second question, Ekmar looks like a man that has found his mojo. Is he your bona fide number 3 for the World Cup?
Yeah. The Moti question is not really is not a straight answer, because if you know the 2025, the year Moti had, he really lacked some confidence. So we had a plan, myself, the director, I think it's Paul Royals, with Sangakkara as the director of Royals. We came up with a plan after Bangladesh that Moti would come down to South Africa to do some skill work before this series here. And I must say, Moti has maximized the time, the specific training that he got. That Chinaman, he's bowling now. He's been practicing it for a while, and to gain the confidence, he came to Abu Dhabi, to Dubai to play against Afghanistan. And we saw he's slowly getting his confidence back. Now, we had a combination. We wanted to play, and just him getting that opportunity, you know, it opens the door for us, because now he could challenge both sides of the bat, whether it's be left or right under. And yeah, that was good for him. I'm so happy for him, because we all know when we were successful, the wickets he took in the middle was crucial for us. So, you know, kudos to Moti for making use of the opportunity and the time to fine-tune his skills and his craft. And Hetty, you know, his teammates challenge him. You know, he loves Sulish in the inning, but we saw Rutherford playing, you know, a finisher role in the SA20. We all know how teams try to bowl that left-arm spinner early up against our right-handers. So Hetty taking responsibility when he was challenged by his teammates to do that number 3 position. You know, it's worked well for us, and he's showing maturity, batting with a good head on his shoulder, and he's putting bowlers under pressure and changing the plans of teams, which is good for us.
Now, you're going to India in a day. So you're going to India in a day's time, and you have a warm-up game against Afghanistan. Then you have the real deal. How relevant does that warm-up game now become, or what are you gonna get out of that? Would you rather go straight to Calcutta and start, blazing all guns? Because it's clear that this is a team that needs to make 200 to win the games. So how do you view that obstacle of a warm-up match?
It's a warm-up match, sports. You were with us in 2016. We played 2 of them in Kolkata, and then we actually won against Australia. Then we moved to Mumbai and played England in the first game. Bangalore is not where we're going to play, but I think it's still an opportunity for us to fine-tune, what we have going on, what we saw here today with the combination that we played. And it's India. Guys will probably get a chance. You see a couple guys who've not played, like someone like a Samson, to see if call upon injury happens, where he's at. So that's what's in front of us. That's the schedule we have. We're going to go out there and follow the schedule, and hopefully we could play a brand of cricket that, help us win. And like I said before, I have a really good feeling. I know it's going to take a massive effort with the ball. But I'm seeing signs, that when we execute, and today we executed our plans to different batters more often than not. And that's something Ravi been drilling with the bowling. So I'm looking forward to the World Cup.
Hi Darren. Always nice to finish the series with a win, and you've spoken about some of the positives. What are the things, though, that you believe the team needs to work on before the T20 World Cup?
Well, I think we have all the plans, but we all know we could have all the plans, especially from a bowling standpoint. But a plan is really good when it's executed. And we, as a bowling group, have not really executed well. And today, maybe a shorter game today, I saw more of execution. What we discussed in team meetings, how we want to bowl to different batters. We have to do that really well. We got to take the catches. Yeah, for sure we got to take the catches. We can't keep giving opposition's best batsmen 1 and 2 and 3 chances. That we would be punished by that. Happy with how the batting is going. Certain areas probably, against spin rotate some more. In that series, I think probably, South Africa was probably averaging 11, 12 runs and over against our spinners, where we were probably just around 7 versus theirs. And that is something teams will try to use against us. When we were really good during that before the World Cup in the Caribbean, where we had that poor run factor in the middle. Now Hetty is doing that at 3. That gives us, a way to counteract what the opposition spinners bring at us, especially wrist spin and left arm spin.
Darren, good evening and congrats on the result.
Thank you.
You spoke at length about Kulakeshwati and these relations. How long has that been in the works, and how much work has Temporary Shamsi helped in terms of that particular development?
Yeah, it was good to have Shamsi. I think Shamsi came and continued, what Moti's been working on. And obviously Shamsi being that wrist spinner would be good help for Moti to continue, add different skill sets to his game. But it's been, I think Moti bowls it in the nets. It's been a while now. But to have the confidence to do it, I think, because now, he didn't play a game for PAL. And just working on it consistently. He gained the confidence in the team meeting. He said, one the left on this game, I'm just going to bowl, the Chinaman. So, and he did that. He had the confidence and he executed quite well. So moving forward, bowlers having the confidence to execute what they practice, that would be key for us, because like we said, and I guess not only for my team, but, I always say bowlers win new tournaments, batters win new games. And if you check all the history of the T20 games, franchise cricket, most of the time the team with the best bowling lineup normally wins the tournament.
That said, in 2016 when you guys won there, you had a very aggressive batting style. I wondered, has T20 cricket changed a heck of a lot since then? And is your current group capable of matching the kind of way your team played in winning in those conditions again?
I think the biggest difference for me from 2016 to now, when I look at the other squads, all the teams have catch up to us in boundary hitting, and they also have the rotation of the strike. So when you add that, when the teams are matching us, boundary hitting, and they are facing less dot balls as well. So that's been a big change, but for us, the ability to hit sixes as well, we're still thereabouts. But when I look at 2016 to now, obviously you had Samuel Badri controlling the power play. What we did back then, I was fortunate we won all the toss and bowl first. But what the bowling lineup did was to restrict teams' pass score on wickets. And with the batting lineup we had then, pass score, you're always going to win. So we have a bowling lineup that has to, when we bat first, we got to get 20 to 40 runs above the winning pass score to give our bowlers a fighting chance. But what I see with our execution, like I said today, we continue on that in that way. We're gonna put teams under pressure if we put big runs on the board.
2 more questions.
Just on Shams, will he still be consulting for the West Indies at the World Cup, or his role is off?
Yeah, you know, Shams is still actively playing. You know, he called me and he was like, you know, we in South Africa, spoke to the director. You know, I saw where it could be add value to us, you know, South African knowledge, the spinners that I have in the lineup. You know, he's been a world-class spinner throughout his career. So that role's in there, but I think knowing that he probably wants to venture into coaching after, that's a good thing to have on the CV, and he was quite good with the guys. You know, you see him going out early. You know, I have a young under-19, you know, race spinner. I think Laws. You know, I've already spoken to the directors to see how we could, you know, get that specific type of, you know, skill set to help him probably first fast track those youngsters. Shamsi he spent a lot of time with Mackenzie in the CPL. I watched them a whole season just work really well together. So never know what could happen, but he was good for us in this series.
One final one, yeah.
So there's no Alzari, and obviously Shamar is the quickest
Mm-hmm.
by your countryman. So do you see him as the enforcer and the leader of the attack in India? And have you had enough of answering 2016 questions? Because every time you're asked about this team, it always is a comparison or a reflection on 2016. You know, are you ready to park 2016 in the rearview mirror and
I don't
deal
think
strictly with 2026?
I don't think I could part with 2016.
Oh.
I don't think you could part with 2016. It was a special year for us, 2016. You know, the girls, the under-19s, the men. You know, it's a place I always go back to whenever things are not going well. And to go back to India, our first game is in Eden Gardens. For me, is the first time going back there with West Indies. You know, it's a lot. You know, great memories, and I wish when we go there they plaster the dressing room with all these great memories. But you know, the game is like what 10 years now. But you are absolutely right. Nothing that happened in 2016 could, you know, help us in India. We got to focus on the guys that we have now. Execution is a word that Coach Ravi uses all the time, especially from a bowling department. But the beauty about our batting is the experienced guys we have that know these conditions. You know, they play in the IPL and play so well and dominate. So I go there knowing that the experience we have in that batting lineup could really impact the game for us on the winning side in India.
And Shamar being
sorry. Shoma's quality. You know, obviously, remember Shoma is just coming from injury, so we got to manage him well. And I thought, you know, the games he's played coming back from injury in Afghanistan against Afghanistan, and now he showed that he's ready to be a match winner for us, and he was today.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you guys.